Hello guys, so tell me, having 6.5 in reading, 6.0 in writing, 6.5 in listening and 7 in speaking, does that qualify you for NMC UK registration? How about having a grade B in listening, having a C plus in writing, having a C in reading and having a grade B again in listening? Is this also up to NMC UK standard? Well, these are one of the questions that people keep asking in our Telegram group and also in my DM. So we've decided to do this video so that you can understand carefully and know what to do. Recently, the NMC UK has updated their website and has created a calculator, which is very good, and we are going to show you different examples on how you can use this calculator to get the answers, and so you won't be confused anymore. My name is Stella, and in this channel we talk about relocation, everything you need to know about life abroad in general. Now let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Express channel. If you are new to this channel, my name is Stella, and like I said earlier, we speak of it. So to apply for this visitor visa, what you need now, know the difference and similarity between the two. Now ask yourself. Welcome back, guys. Getting towards the end of last year, the NMC released an update that they are going to make changes to their English requirement, and it's going to start this year. And fortunately for us, they have implemented these changes and it's now currently on their website. Today we're going to be giving you several examples, and so that you'll be able to understand which one is best for you and know what you have to do in case you find yourself in this situation. So what is the standard requirement for a single test? Whether it is IELTS, whether it is OET. For a single test, the standard requirement is you should achieve at least 7 in reading, 7 in listening, 7 in speaking, and at least 6.5 in writing. They will accept both a paper-based and a computer-based IELTS academic exam. Now, this is the standard for a single sitting. What about in terms of OET? So they said we will accept an OET examination certificate that confirms you achieve at least a grade B. A grade B means 350 and above for reading, listening, speaking, and at least a grade C plus. That is 300 and above for writing. And they will accept OET written on paper, computer, and OET also written at home. So these are the standard requirements accepted by NMC UK for a single sitting. So what if you don't meet this single sitting requirement and you go ahead to write another exam, and by the time the result comes out you don't meet up to that requirement, or let's say you pass some and some you didn't pass? So what do? Well, this is a law started by NMC UK, and this was last updated on the 6th of March. NMC updates their website every day, so you know that this is really updated. So this is what they actually said. They said that for IELTS, they are going to accept if these examinations are written within 12 months. So if you write the first one, you should ensure that you write the second one within 12 months. Now this is good because it gives you enough time to prepare for your exam. Secondly, you need to write the test in all sections. So if you write the first one, reading, speaking, listening, and writing, and probably you do not pass the writing, if you are going to take the second exam, you still need to write the 4 sections. They also said that you must achieve at least 7 for reading, listening, and speaking, and at least 6.5 for writing in at least one of the 2 test sittings. Like we stated earlier on, the NMC UK has actually done a calculator, so we are going to be using an example. So I'm going to be turning my camera now so you can actually check and see if your result is up to standard or if you might go ahead to write another one. So guys, you log into NMC UK website, then you will click on search the register. Where you will find this is at this 3 button there, search the register. You search for English language requirements. You scroll down. So once you scroll down, if you did IELTS, you will click on this red button that says see if your combined score meets our requirements. If you did OET, you will scroll down towards the OET part and click on see if this combined score meets our requirements. So we're going to be using IELTS for an example. So for first IELTS, we click on see if your score meets our requirement. Before you begin, you read all this that they have written here. So then you click on next. Did you sit for IELTS or OET? We'll click on IELTS. So now we're going to be imputing some results there. So for listening, we're going to put 7. For reading, we're going to put 6.5. For writing, we're going to put 6. Speaking is 6.5. That will be for the first result. After that, you're clicking on next. So in the second result, for listening, we're going to put 7. For reading, we're putting another 7. Writing 6.5 and speaking 6.5. Once you have imputed all the details, you click on submit. So next, you're going to read through the results. Now, there's something I want you guys to note from this result. Once you see 2 good mark, it means that you can use that 2 results. Once you see 1 good mark and 1 exclamation mark in a black circle, it means that you can combine those 2 results. So as you can see, in listening, there are 2 good marks, so that results can go. Reading, same thing. Reading, same thing. So you had the 6.5 in the first test and you wrote again and you had a 7, so that can go. For writing, you had a 6 and then the next test you had a 6.5, that can go. Then for speaking, you had 6.5 in the first test and you had another 6.5. 6.5 is the lowest score you should get for speaking, and if you have it in both tests, it automatically means that you can't use that results. And once you have 2 exclamation mark in your first and your second test in this black circle, it means you can't use it. So automatically the whole result now is no longer good, because speaking has now made the result bad. Speaking has spoiled the result. So that's it for this first test. Let's take another example. So yeah, you had in this test, you had 6.5 in listening, you had for reading 6.5 here, and then for writing you had 6.5. For speaking you had 7. This is your first test that you wrote. Then you decided that okay, you wanted to take another one because this didn't meet up to NMC requirement for a single sitting. So for your second test, you got 7 in listening, you got 7 in reading, you got 6 in writing, you got 6.5 in speaking. So you've put there, you've clicked submit. Now let's go through the results. So for listening, you can see a good mark and a black exclamation mark. So that means the results can go. I'm just showing you an easier way of knowing if your results can go instead of you to start clicking the drop down. So like we said, once you see a good and an exclamation mark in a particular section, it means that results can be used. So for listening is good, for reading is good. Then for writing, you had 6.5 first result, second result 6, it's good. And for speaking, same thing. So this is an accepted result by NMC and you can use it. Let's take another example about this type for OET. So we're going to be clicking OET in that section. Then what did you get in your listening exam? You got 350. For your reading, you got, let's say 300. For writing, 250. For speaking, 350. That's in your first test. You wrote again, so you're clicking on next now. We wrote again, and then for listening we got 300. For reading we got 300. For writing we had 300, and for speaking we had 300 in that section. So we're going to click on submit and let's look at the results. So just using the same principle for the IELTS, we're seeing a good and a black exclamation mark. So listening section has passed. For reading, as you can see down there, reading there, it had a black exclamation mark, and also the second one had another black exclamation mark. So without even clicking at that drop down, you can see that this can't go, this won't be good, because you got 300, which is the minimum score, another 300. So this automatically means this whole result isn't good, because reading has spoiled the whole result. Even if in writing and in speaking sections they were good, reading already has affected the whole result, and so you have to write another OET. So we're going to be taking another example now. That will be the last example for today. So we're going back, we're going to click on OET, repeating same thing, just imputing a different details. For listening, we're going to put in 250. For reading, we are putting 250. And for writing, we are putting 250. For speaking, we are putting 250. So I'm doing a 250 game today. All right, yeah, so we're clicking on next. So in the second test, you got, we're not going to use 300. Let's put another 250. We put 250. And then for reading, we put 250. For writing, 250. And for speaking, 250. So let's click on submit and have a read through the results. So we can see a red triangle. This is already a warning sign. It's warning us, my dear, you can't use this result. So once you see this sign, it means that you didn't even meet up to the minimum standard. You know, the black exclamation mark means that was the minimum of that section. So this one you didn't even meet. And then we are seeing again the writing section, 2 black exclamation mark, which, as we said earlier on, can't even be accepted. So this means that this result was a total failure and you have to take another one. So guys, that's it for the example that we are giving. Hope this had a way of helping you understand this whole process. I'm going to drop the link in the description just to assist you to understand much better. Guys, as you can see, the NMC has made it easy for you to make your decision. So in our next video, we're going to be talking about the second update in which they brought in. So a lot of controversy have been going around it. You see that the NMC are saying that your employer, while you are out of the UK, can actually write a recommendation letter for you, or you have to be in the UK before your employer can write a recommendation letter from you. And we have actually contacted the NMC UK and we've gotten information from them. So we are going to be talking about this in our next video. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the notification bell if this video is what you're interested in. Now, bye. See you in our next video.